If you're holding a work permit in the United States right now, what I'm about to tell you could impact your ability to legally work in America. On October 30th, 2025, the Department of Homeland Security changed everything about work permit renewals, and if you don't know about this, you could lose your job. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what changed, who it affects, and most importantly, what you need to do right now to protect yourself. Welcome back to Visa Guide USA. I'm here to help you navigate the complex world of U.S. immigration, and today, we're discussing one of the most significant policy changes affecting immigrants in recent years. The Department of Homeland Security has ended automatic extensions for work permit renewals, and this decision is already creating uncertainty for hundreds of thousands of workers across the country. Let me explain what just happened. For years, immigrants who filed their work permit renewal applications on time received what's called an automatic extension. This meant that even if your employment authorization document, or EAD, expired while USCIS was processing your renewal, you could continue working legally for up to 540 days. This protection was essential because processing times often exceeded 6 months, and without it, workers would face gaps in employment through no fault of their own. On October 30th, 2025, that safety net was removed. If you file your EAD renewal on or after this date, there will be no automatic extension. When your current work permit expires, your legal authorization to work ends immediately, regardless of whether your renewal is still pending. The government's stated reason for this change centers on security concerns. DHS argues that automatic extensions allowed people to continue working without completing full background checks and vetting procedures. They claim this new policy will enable more frequent screening of applicants and better protect national security. However, immigration experts and advocacy groups point out that USCIS already has biometric data as background information from previous approvals, making these concerns questionable. So who does this affect? The answer is potentially hundreds of thousands of people. This impacts anyone who needs an EAD to work legally in the United States. This includes asylum seekers with pending applications, individuals with pending green card applications who rely on EAD cards, spouses of H-1B visa holders with work authorization, refugees, people granted withholding of removal, and individuals under certain humanitarian programs. If your immigration status requires you to renew an EAD periodically, this rule change directly affects you. There are limited exceptions, primarily for some temporary protected status holders whose extensions may still be covered under specific Federal Register notices, but for most categories, the automatic extension is gone. Here is the critical detail you need to understand. If you filed your renewal application before October 30th, 2025, you are still covered under the old rules and may receive up to the 540-day automatic extension. But if you file on or after October 30th, the new rules apply to you. This creates a stark dividing line between applications filed just days apart. Now, let's talk about what this means in practical terms. USCIS processing times for work permit renewals can take anywhere from 6 months to over a year, depending on your location and case complexity. Without automatic extensions, if your current EAD expires before your renewal is approved, you must stop working immediately. Your employer is legally required to verify work authorization and cannot keep you on payroll without a valid EAD. This means potential months without income, gaps in employment history, loss of health insurance, and significant financial hardship for you and your family. The impact extends beyond individual workers. Employers who rely on immigrant talent are facing new challenges in workforce planning. Industries like healthcare, technology, education, and hospitality, which depend heavily on immigrant workers, may experience disruptions as employees lose work authorization during processing delays. So what should you do? First and most importantly, file early. USCIS allows you to submit your EAD renewal up to 180 days, or 6 months, before your current permit expires. Do not wait until the last minute. Immigration attorneys strongly recommend filing as close to that 6-month mark as possible to maximize your chances of receiving approval before your current EAD expires. However, be careful not to file too early, as applications submitted more than 6 months before expiration are more likely to be rejected. Second, track processing times carefully. Visit the USCIS website regularly to check current processing times for Form I-765 in your area. This will help you understand realistic timelines and plan accordingly. Third, gather all required documentation in advance. Make sure your renewal application is complete and accurate to avoid delays or requests for additional evidence. Consider working with an immigration attorney to ensure everything is properly prepared. Fourth, communicate with your employer. Make sure your HR department is aware of this policy change and understands your situation. Provide them with updates on your renewal status and expected timelines. Fifth, explore backup options if applicable. Some individuals, such as refugees and asylees, may have alternative documents that demonstrate work authorization. Consult with an immigration attorney to understand all your options. It's also important to know that this is an interim final rule, which means it took effect immediately but is still subject to public comment. While public feedback is being accepted, there's no guarantee the policy will be reversed or modified. You cannot rely on potential future changes. You must act now based on the current rules. The broader context matters here too. This policy reverses protections that were put in place specifically because of USCIS processing delays. Over 900,000 work permit applications were pending for more than 6 months as of October 2025, according to USCIS data. The government claims processing times will improve, but immigration experts remain skeptical, noting that past promises of faster processing have not always materialized. This situation highlights why staying informed about immigration policy changes is absolutely critical. Rules can change suddenly and dramatically affect your life and livelihood. That's why I create these videos for Visa Guide USA, to keep you updated on the latest developments and help you navigate these complex situations. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to Visa Guide USA. Turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Immigration law changes frequently, and I'm committed to bringing you accurate, timely information that can help protect your American dream. Share this video with anyone you know who has a work permit or is going through the renewal process. This information could literally save someone's job. Remember, when it comes to your immigration status and work authorization, early action and careful planning are your best protection. Don't wait, don't assume everything will work out, and don't hesitate to seek professional legal advice if you have questions about your specific situation. Your future in America may depend on the decisions you make today. Stay informed, stay proactive, and stay legal. Until next time, this is Visa Guide USA, helping you navigate your path to the American dream.